Hi, greetings to all of you. Today we are presenting for our subject Human Resource Management for the topic called Recruitment and Selection and how it can positively affect the organizational performance. But before we get to that, let me introduce our group members in the next slide.
Hi, I'm Nadira Elina binti Rasha Azwadi.
Hi, I am Afghani Shabit Zainul.
Hi, I am Nur Kamara Fikari Mama Kazani.
And hi, I'm Karin Sofia binti Karinisa, and we are from BA 242 2A.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Karin Sofia binti Karinizam, and today I will be talking about recruitment and selection. So what is recruitment? Recruitment is the process of identifying, recruiting and employing qualified individuals for a position. It is an essential role for any organization because it is the first step towards developing a high-performing team. Recruitment activities are typically performed by human resource practitioners, either internally or externally. Moreover, it is also called as a positive process with its approach of attracting as many candidates as possible for the vacant jobs. But do you know that the recruitment process can be a complex and time-consuming process? This is because it is an essential part of finding the right candidates for the job. After every recruitment process, there will be a selection. Selection is the process of picking or choosing the right candidate that is the most suitable for the vacant job position in an organization. Some might say that selection is called as a negative process with its elimination or rejection. However, to a company, the elimination will result in identifying the right candidate for the position. A good selection process will ensure that the organization gets the right set of employees with the right attitude. And the selection of a right applicant for the vacant position will be an asset to the organization, which will be helping the company in reaching its objectives.
Hi, I am Afika Nisha, and today I'll be presenting about external and internal recruitment method. These two recruitment strategies, external and internal, are the two main places to look for candidates, those outside the company and those inside the company, each of which is recruited somewhat differently. Firstly, external recruiting methods refers to hiring a candidate from outside the organization to fill a job vacancy instead of promoting or transferring an existing employee from within the firm. There are many external recruiting methods such as social media, public and private employment agencies, recruiting, staffing agencies, and many more. So the first external recruiting method that I'm going to explain is social media. There are many firms that utilizing social media websites such as Facebook and LinkedIn to search for employees. When the passive job seekers are scrolling through social media, they could be persuaded to try to fill the job vacancy as they were given the opportunity to do so. Next is public and private employment agencies. It is a government entity usually responsible for assisting citizens for job search, vocational guidance, and distribution of unemployment benefits. Meanwhile, private employment agencies are companies that match people with full-time jobs for a fee. The third strategy is recruiting, which involves keeping tabs on former workers and establishing ties with them in order to determine whether they might be interested in returning to the company. Staffing agencies are firms that hire and place workers in temporary positions. Meanwhile, job fairs can also be the external recruiting methods, whether the recruiters set up booths or conducting it online. Next, professional associations and labor unions. Professional associations are non-profit organizations comprised of individuals who have similar occupations or alliances. Labor unions are an organized group of workers that allow them to use their collective bargaining power to promote workplace standards and the interests of equity and fairness. The seventh method is employee referrals, which are the best source of applicants, and it is word of mouth recommendations. However, there are some negative factors if the recruiter using this method, which are corporate inbreeding and nepotism. Last but not least, executive search firms helps employers find the right person for a job, and they are often called as headhunters. Moving on to the next part, which is internal recruiting methods. Internal recruiting methods can be defined by any method of identifying and luring job candidates from within the organization. There are various types of internal recruiting methods such as internal job postings, 9-box grid, skills inventories, replacement chart, promotions, and also transfer. An internal job posting is a job opening made available to existing employees within a company. For internal job postings, there are bulletin boards, intranets, internet, and email. Secondly, the 9-box grid is a tool used to analyze, display, and compare employee work performance and potential in a diagram that allows managers to see an employee's actual and potential performance. Skills inventories and replacement charts, which are used for succession planning, are the next internal recruiting strategy. The abilities, education, and experience of present employees are compiled in skills inventories to determine how they might be employed most effectively. Promotions are the fifth internal recruiting strategy. It refers to transfer of employees from one position to another with greater authority. In this situation, employees advance inside an organizational hierarchy. Additionally, there has been a rise in the pay. Finally, the term transfer describes the process of moving from one position to another without altering position or task. Depending on the requirements of the employment, it may also involve moving personnel from one department to another or from one location to another. Thank you.
In this next slide, I'm going to tell you everything about selection. The first one is job knowledge test. Job knowledge test, or known as achievement test, is designed to measure people's level of understanding or knowledge about a particular job. Second one is work sample test. This requires the applicant to perform tasks that are part of the work that required on the job. Third one is assessment center test. This is a process by which managerial candidates are evaluated at an assessment center as they participate in a series of situations that resemble what they might need to take or handle on the job. And then cognitive ability test. This is to measure mental capabilities such as general intelligence, numerical ability, and reasoning ability. And then biographical data, or known as biodata test. This is a work sample test or job sample test that require the applicant to perform tasks that are part of the work that are required on the job. And then personality and interest inventories, where these tests have been found to be good predictors of applicants' motivation, such as their leadership, efforts, and propensity on the job. And then a physical ability test, where for some jobs such as firefighters and police officers, employers need to assess a person's physical abilities. And then medical examination, where the law prohibits a medical examination being administered to an applicant before he or she has been made a conditional employment offer and agreed to undergo it. And the last one is when the candidate does not want to take the test as asked by the organizations, the probability to get the job will decrease, meaning they probably won't get the job. Thank you.
Hello again, my name is Khairi Sofia, and now I will be talking about the positive impacts on recruitment. There are many positive impacts that can be seen from effective recruitment. First, it could increase productivity. When companies have the right people in the right roles, they are more productive. This is because the employees are able to do their jobs effectively. Second is improved morale. When employees feel like they have been valued and that they are in the right place, they have higher morale. This will lead to increased job satisfaction, decreased turnover, and more positive work environment. Third is reduced costs. When companies find the right people for the job, they can save money on training and even onboarding costs. This is because the employees are already familiar with the company's culture and procedure. Next is better customer service. When employees are happy and engaged, they are more likely to provide better customer service. This is because they are motivated to help customers and they are more likely to go for the extra mile. Lastly, enhanced reputation. When companies have good reputation in hiring the right people, they are more likely to attract top talent. This can help to improve the company's reputation in the industry and make it more successful. Effective recruitment can also have a positive impact on specific areas of the company's operation. First, by using a variety of recruitment channels and being open to candidates from all backgrounds, companies can create a more diverse and also inclusive workforce. This can lead to a better decision-making, increased creativity, and a more innovative workplace. By hiring people with new ideas and perspective, companies can drive innovation. This is because these employees are more likely to come up with new ways of doing things and to challenge the status quo. Also, by hiring people with the skills and knowledge that are needed for the future, companies can ensure that they are prepared for the challenges ahead. This is especially important in industries that are constantly changing, such as technology.
And now, I will be talking about positive impacts on selection. There are 7 positive impacts on selection, and the first one is acquiring talent. Organizations may attract and hire bright employees who have the essential abilities, knowledge, and experience by using efficient recruiting and selection process. The organizations will have a skilled workforce to accomplish its aims and objectives if the correct people are hired. Next, it will have a positive impact in cultural fit. Recruitment and selection processes play a significant role in assessing the cultural fit of potential employees. Organizations have unique values, beliefs, and work cultures, and hiring individuals who align with these aspects fosters a positive work environment, enhances employee satisfaction, and improves retention rates. The next point is employee performance. This is because hiring the right candidate can positively impact employee performance. When individuals with the right skills and qualifications are selected, they are more likely to excel in their roles, be motivated, and contribute effectively to the organization's success. This, in turn, boosts overall productivity and organizational performance. Now, the fourth point is diversity and inclusion. A well-designed recruitment and selection process can help organizations foster diversity and inclusion. By employing fair and unbiased selection methods, organizations can attract candidates from diverse backgrounds and experiences. This leads to a more inclusive workforce, which enhances creativity, innovation, and problem-solving capabilities within the organization. An effective recruitment and selection process can also lead to cost savings for organizations. Hiring the incorrect person for a job can lead to greater attrition, additional recruitment costs, lost productivity, and the need for retraining. Organizations may reduce the risk of making poor hiring decisions and the accompanying expenses by investing in a strong screening process from the start. And the last point is succession planning. Selection are also important aspects of succession planning. Identifying and nurturing potential leaders inside the organization ensures the organization has a pipeline of talent for future leadership positions. Organizations may maintain continuity and stability in their management and leadership roles by proactively recruiting and selecting individuals who indicate leadership potential. To conclude, every organization needs good recruiting and selection in order to identify the appropriate people for the right roles at the right time. Therefore, employees are one of an organization's most significant assets. Also, the management should work more to make sure the job openings receive constant and widespread publicity throughout the hiring process. Instead of just focusing on a few sources of recruitment, this will provide equal opportunity to all applicants who are able and willing to help improve the performance of the organization.
That's all from us. We hope that our presentation helps you to understand more about the recruitment and selection process. Thank you for staying until the end.